Some of the questions people ask me about UC and Crohn's, they ask in a whisper, or they email them to me late at night with 3 apologies before the actual question, or they finally bring them up in a session after we have been working together for months because they have been carrying them for years and they were too embarrassed to ask anybody else. And I get it. We are talking about bathrooms, we are talking about bodies, we are talking about things polite society does not discuss, right? But here is the truth. These questions matter. They affect your daily life, they affect your relationships, they affect how you feel about yourself, and you deserve real answers without the shame. So today, I'm going to answer the most common embarrassing questions I get from my UC and Crohn's patients, honestly, compassionately, without judgment. By the end of this video, you're probably going to feel a little less alone because I promise you, whether you're dealing with hundreds of other people that are dealing with too, they are just also not talking about it. Hi, I'm Vanashri, Ayurvedic doctor, 13 plus years working specifically with UC and Crohn's patients. Quick note, as always, nothing here is a medical advice. Always work with your doctor. Ayurveda works alongside your medical care. So I'm going to answer 8 of the most common embarrassing questions I get. Real questions from real patients, no shame, no judgment, just answers. So let's go. Question number 1. Will I always have to plan my life around bathrooms? This is the question I get most often and usually comes with tears. Will my entire life always be sitting in the bathroom? Here is the honest answer. In an active flare, yes, your life is going to revolve around the bathroom. That is the reality of the disease in that moment. And there is no point pretending otherwise. But in remission, in true, calm, settled remission, no. You can travel, you can take long meetings, you can have dinner with friends and not know where every bathroom is for 2 hours. I have many patients who used to plan everything around the bathroom and now plan around their lives instead. The disease becomes the thing they have, not the thing they are. The path between those two states is the work, analyze, build, and restore, and alongside your medical care with the right protocols matched to your type, your agni, your gap between the flares get longer and the freedom comes back. Question number 2. Why do my bowel movements smell so bad now? People are embarrassed by this one. Manashri, even my stools smell different. Worse or stronger. What is happening? Here is what is happening. Strong odor is usually a sign of ama, that is undigested sticky residue in the gut, where food is not broken down properly and it ferments and putrefies and sits inside the gut that produces this smell. It is not a sign that you're dirty or broken. It is a sign your fire is not processing the food the way it should. I have patients tell me just a few months in that their bowel movements smell normal again and they're quietly stunned. It was an early sign their gut was actually rebuilding. Question number 3. Is sex okay with UC or Crohn's? I'm scared. This one is real and it does not get talked about enough. Patients ask me, can I have sex with this disease? Will I bleed? Will I have an accident? Will my partner still want me? Yes, sex is absolutely okay, and yes, it can be complicated with UC and Crohn's, especially during a flare and especially around bathroom proximity and confidence. Here is what I tell my patients. Talk to your partner. Most partners are far more compassionate and adaptable than the disease has let you believe. Plan around your flare timing if you can. Use the calmer windows, choose comfort, and honestly work on the disease alongside this. Because when you start to trust your body again, intimacy comes back. The disease is the obstacle, not your worth and not your desirability. And if there is pain, bleeding, or anything that feels off, that is a conversation for your doctor, always. Question number 4. Why so much gas? It's humiliating. Constant gas, loud, embarrassing, smelly, hard to control. Patients ask it all the time. Gas in UC and Crohn's is almost always vata, that is cold, irregular, combined with ama, that is this undigested residue. The gas is fermentation happening where it should not be. The good news is gas responds really well to Ayurvedic intervention. Warming, easy to digest food, cooked food, not raw, spices that wake up the fire like ginger, cumin, fennel, warm water throughout the day, not ice cold water, and calming the nervous system because vata loves chaos and a chaotic nervous system makes the gas gas worse. Patients often see major reduction in gas in about 4 to 6 weeks into the protocol, and those are their first wins. Quick check-in. If anything I'm saying is making you feel less alone, hit subscribe. I promise you hundreds of other people watching this video are dealing with the exact same things you are. You're not alone, and this kind of conversation should happen more. Okay, so back to the questions. Question number 5. Can I ever travel again? People with UC and Crohn stop traveling sometimes for years because the idea of being on a plane in a country where you do not know the food, far from your bathroom, it is terrifying. Yes, you can travel, but here is the strategy. In an active flare, do not. Be honest with yourself. In calm phase, you absolutely can travel. You travel smart, you bring your safe foods, you stay hydrated with warm water, you stick to your routine as much as possible. Your eating times, your sleep, your nervous system practices. You give yourself rest days inside the trip. You do not pack every minute. And very practically, you check where the bathrooms are when you arrive somewhere new, just so the anxiety quiets down. I have patients who have used to refuse to leave their state. Now they travel internationally. With UC, with Crohn's, they just learn to travel with the disease, not against it. Question number 6. Why does it feel worse when I'm stressed out, even if I'm eating the same food? People often think they're imagining this. They're not. The gut and the nervous system are in constant conversation. Stress will immediately trigger the gut, even if your food has not changed at all. This is why you can eat the exact same meal twice and have completely different reactions depending on what your week looked like. This is also why nervous system work is not optional in this disease. It is essential. Slow breathing, daily oil massage called Abhyanga, adequate sleep, time in nature, saying no when you need to. For your gut, they are all medicines. Question number 7. Can Ayurveda actually help when I'm on biologics? Yes, Ayurveda can work alongside biologics. The biologic does what the biologic does. It does the job of suppressing the inflammation, protecting the gut lining from further damage. Ayurveda does what Ayurveda does. It addresses the root cause, it calms the nervous system, it rebuilds the fire, it matches the food to your specific body, and the two systems serve different purposes. Some of my patients eventually, over time, with their doctor's full involvement, are able to reduce their medication, but not in all cases. Some stay on it indefinitely and just have a much better quality of life on it. Both outcomes are good. Both are valid. The point is not to be off of medication. The point is for your life to come back. That happens with both systems working together. Question number 8. Is this normal to feel grief about this disease? Because nobody talks about it, yes, it is not just normal, it is appropriate. You have lost things to this disease. Spontaneity, foods you love, confidence, maybe time at work, maybe relationships, a version of yourself you used to be before this all started. And nobody around you really sees that because UC and Crohn's are invisible diseases. You look fine on the outside, so the grief just goes underground and it sits there for years. Let it be there, honor it, talk to someone, talk to the therapist, a friend who really hears you. Grief that is felt moves. Grief that is buried becomes something else, like anxiety, depression, exhaustion. Your gut feels all of it. Tending to the grief is a part of healing the gut. Tonight, here is what I want you to do. Just one thing. Write down the question you have been carrying about UC or Crohn's that you have been too embarrassed to ask anyone. Just write it. Nobody else needs to see it. And then write under it, this is normal. Other people have this question too. I am not alone. Because you are not. And the embarrassment is a side effect of the silence. Once these things get talked about, they stop being so heavy. If you have UC or Crohn's, you're carrying a lot of things in silence. The bathroom anxiety, the food fear, the body shame, the grief, and nobody around you really sees most of it. I want you to know I see it. I work with people that do see it. Hundreds of other patients watching this video see it. You're not alone. And the question about your body or your life is too embarrassing to ask. You deserve answers, real ones, without shame. In the next video, I'm going to give you something you actually can do, a specific 15-minute daily Ayurvedic practice that has stopped my patients' flares more times than I can count. Practical, doable, and the kind of thing you can start tomorrow morning. Click right here and I'll see you there.